Hello and welcome to the Treasure Hunter Variety Hour. My name is Liz, and for about the next hour, you're going to be able to hang out with some of the coolest people on planet Earth who enjoy the hobby that is metal detecting, treasure hunting, gold prospecting, bottle digging, dump digging, urbex, mudlarking, coin roll hunting, and a whole lot more. If that is something that you want more of, then please consider subscribing to the channel. And when you do, hit that notification bell and tell YouTube that you want to be advised every time I go live or upload a video. Right on. This stream is sponsored by Radio World. Canadians, get all your metal detecting gear and outdoor electronics in one place with 2 locations to serve you, Toronto and Calgary. And of course, online at radioworld.ca. Yes. Oh my goodness. Gonna ask for a favor from everyone gathered here this morning. I'm going to ask you to hit the like button. Doesn't even take a second. It's somewhere on your screen. Hit the like button. I'm going to tell you why. Because of that thing called the algorithm. Every time you hit the like button, and the more people that hit the like button, it sends a message to Mr. or Mrs. Algorithm saying that this stream needs to be sent out to a bunch more people, because that number of people in the chat is going to explode. So how cool is that? That is a really, really good thing. And yeah, I don't know about you, but I'd love to see that. So right on. Oh my goodness. I am going to go to the very top of the list and say a good morning to you all. And oh my goodness, happy Mother's Day. Oh my goodness. Where would I be if I did not say happy Mother's Day? I got this little thing here. I don't know. It's, yeah. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Only the best for my viewers. Only the best for my viewers. All right. I'm going to go up to the top of the list and let's see who all is with us this morning. Scott was the very, very first person in the chat. He was actually in the chat before we went live. So right on. Give it up to Scott. Give it up to Scott. Right on. He was followed swiftly along by Talca. That is hermano, Luis. Buenos dias, Luis. And for all the mothers who speak Spanish, let me try my Spanish. Feliz Dia de las Madres. How cool is that? Yeah, I can speak a little bit. Right on. Luis, bienvenidos. Right on. Metal detecting the 6. With Prospector Steve was in the house. He's going out for some Mother's Day celebrations. He's going shopping and for lunch. How cool is that? That's actually pretty cool. Right on. Chris, Yeti Mountain Trading in the house. Right on. Chris, great to have you here. Tripwire, right on, says, good morning, diggers and diggets. Right on. He also says happy Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day to you as well. Alan, Adventure for Relics in the house, says happy Mother's Day to all the mums out there. So right on. Good stuff. Scott came back. Right on. East, not west. East, Idaho. Am I lagging? Am I lagging? I don't know. Kind of seems. Am I lagging? Let me know. I'm not happy if I am. That could only mean there's an update coming, and I don't like that. East Idaho in the house. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms. Right on. Thank you so very much for being with us this morning. Tom Carey, Tom, right on, right on. Great to have you here. My goodness, wonderful. Relic Expedition says, good morning, folks, and happy Mother's Day to all the moms. Reoccurring theme here today. Right on, right on. Also says, morning, Liz. Good morning. Right on, right on. Who else is here? Who else is here? Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. We're going to have to give you a little anime shake. Southern Relics in the house. Right on, right on. Hi, Liz. I'm working today. Well, I'm at work. So I'm here for your live stream. Right on, right on. Oh, my goodness. Southern Relics. Wonderful. Wow. Wow. Seriously. Wow. Right on, right on. Good stuff. Good stuff. Oh, my goodness. My screen just went a little. Coffee to go with Julian MJ. Right on in the house. Good stuff. What is going on here? Metal detecting North Carolina. Mike in the house. Wonderful. Wonderful. My goodness. I think the commercials got to go. Tripwire says the commercials got to go. Tripwire, I'm going to ask that you have a little bit of patience with those commercials. Yeah. I'm going to tell you why. If you don't know, I purchased a new drone, and the drone, I had to get the remote control. Now the remote control was, I think the drone was $249 and the remote control was like double that. Yeah. So I have a drone to pay off for and a controller to pay for. So please, just put up with the commercials. Seriously. Please. Thank you. Lizzie has a drone and a remote to pay off for. Right on, right on. You're funny. Right on, right on. So yeah, so that's I don't know, as long as you can hit the skip button. I don't know about that. I don't know if you can or can't. I'm really not sure. But that's what that is. What are we doing on the show today? Today, of course, is Mother's Day, Dia de las Madres. So we are, I guess that will be the theme throughout the show today. Today's a bit of a chill stream. I thought we would do a identify, or can you guess, the 1970s TV kids show. We're going to do that. And I think that a lot of my viewers are kind of in that age range. Anyways, according to the algorithm and the analytics, that should encompass a fair amount of the people that watch my streams and my videos and that sort of thing, that follow me anyways. So if everything goes well today and you find that you enjoyed that, I will put together a 80s version for the next stream, so to get a little more of you in there. So like I said, I'm not sure, but I hope that you can identify some of those shows. Some of them are really, really tough, but yeah. East Idaho says Liz is going to show her age. Oh my goodness. Adventure for Relics, have you been hunting out this week, Liz? Still waiting to see you in Sweet Digs. I did actually go out detecting with John midweek. Actually, let me just finish with what's going on this week, and then I'll get into that. So we are going to do that. Identify the 1970s kids TV shows. We're going to do that. I think there's about like 20 of them or something like that. So of course we have pictures. I'm not doing audio this time because I really do not want to get copyrighted for the theme songs and that sort of thing. So we are just going to do photographs. All right. All right. We're going to have show and tell a little bit later. And if you would like to send some pictures, because I know that you all have been detecting, send them to diggingcanuck@gmail.com. And we'll share them with everybody. I'm going to leave that up there for a little bit. So yeah. All right. All right. Send in your show and tell because we're going to do show and tell a bit later. We have a giveaway to do. We're going to do the prize wheel. I bunch of different things on the wheel, coins, stickers, and some we have a gift certificate as well from Radio World. So very, very cool. I'll get copyrighted strike for you. He gets a strike every video that he makes. We hope to get some cartoons up in here. Love the 70s to 80s cartoons. All right. So I think that will be a little bit changed. This is, of course, called the Treasure Hunter Variety Hour. So we're going to stay true to that today. So yeah. I am finally just kind of keeping you all in the loop. I am finally going to see the eye specialist tomorrow. Finally going to see the eye specialist after, oh my goodness, after the bungle of my MRI. It took like 2 months for the hospital that did the MRI to send the results to my eye specialist. And I am finally seeing him tomorrow. And I gotta say, I don't know about where you are, but I was under the impression that my doctor would receive the MRI results and then contact me for a follow-up appointment. But apparently it's not like that anymore. I had to I was waiting and waiting. I'm like, well, like, when are they going to call me for a follow-up? I actually contacted them and I'm like, did you get my results? Like, well, you have to make an appointment. I'm like, that is where we are. That is where we are in 2025. Yeah. So anyway, so I have an appointment tomorrow with the specialist. Hopefully he will schedule me for surgery. We'll get the eye fixed up because it's really, really bothering me. And actually my eyelid is like really droopy over my eye. And I don't know if you can really see it on this camera, but yeah, not very nice. Not very nice. And I'm really starting to feel the effects. So hopefully we will get that done. I may be out of commission for a little bit because they have to do both eyes at the same time because they don't want one eye to look kind of different than the other. So we'll see what happens. And yeah, so that's that. As I said earlier, I did go digging with John last week, kind of midweek-ish. We went to we visited our John's Riel field, and it had just been plowed. And it was, I think it wasn't a very deep plow, but it was like a 5-inch or so plow. And it was like that. It was very, very fluffy. It was like you take a step and you sink. And John said that the farmer was going to be like flattening it out, whatever. I know that's called something. When after the first, like a rough plow, then you got to go again, plow it and flatten it. Yeah, apparently the farmer's going to be doing that. And John thinks we might be able to get back on there at least one more time before it is planted. So fingers crossed. What was I going to say? Oh yeah. I don't know if you saw my social media or saw it on social media, but a few weeks ago, probably 3 weeks ago, I went detecting on a soccer field here in the city, massive soccer field complex. And I didn't go on the actual like playing field, but I did go around. And I ended up with a very severe reaction to whatever I guess was in or on the grass, chemicals or something like that. I ended up with some major blisters, like liquid filled blisters on my fingers, and it really, really hurt. Now, on last stream, there were some eagle eye viewers, Andrew T among the viewers, and he noticed that I had a bandage on my hand. And yeah, that was it. And I don't know if you can see this, but it let's see. There you go. Can you see that? Yeah, they're really starting, the blisters are drying up. Yeah, there you can see it on the thumb as well. But very painful, very painful. I was not wearing gloves, and that was my mistake. I was not wearing gloves. But as a PSA to everyone out there, wear gloves. I know sometimes it might look dorky or whatever, but really not worth it. I tell you, the blisters on both hands, really painful, really painful. And I was contemplating bursting them just to get the liquid out. Maybe I would feel better. But I read online that you're not supposed to do that because they might get all infected. And yeah, and that to add on top of my woes, I didn't want that happening. So, 𝗕𝗔𝗚𝗪𝗏, Patty in the house, right on, right on. Great to have you here. So yeah, wear gloves. Seriously, wear gloves, because you don't want painful liquid-filled blisters all over your hands. It was like embarrassing. I felt like, I'm like a leper or something. It was just not a good situation whatsoever. So wear gloves when you're out digging, and you never know what's going to be in that hole when you pop your hand in the hole. There could be glass, there could be critters, worms. I don't know. Just stuff that we shouldn't be touching. So there you go. All right. I think Scott says, and stay up to date on your tetanus shots for rusty metal and sharps. Yes, we deal a lot with that sort of thing. All right, I think it's time to do the 1970s. Let me get rid of this. All right. Let me pop up my, let's see. There it is. All right. So, oh my goodness. All right. So how this is going to work is, Metal Detecting Canada. You know what? I don't think I said hello to you. Hello. Sorry I missed you. And if there's anyone else in the chat who I have missed saying hello to, please put an @Digging Canuck in your comment. It's going to highlight on my side, and I'm going to go, Jesus Murphy. I need to say hello to that person. All right. Nothing personal, but I do miss stuff going up and down on the, I guess just up on the little chat box that's on the side of my computer. Okay. All right. Good stuff. Cut resistant gloves are great. And this is the last thing I'm going to say about gloves. But this is the last thing I'm going to say about gloves is that earlier in the year, I was metal detecting in the fur trade woods, and I was wearing my good gloves. Like I think I paid like 24 something plus tax for these gloves. Really, really nice gloves. And I lost one somewhere in the fur trade forest, which I don't know. Maybe people in like 50 years will find it. I don't know. But I lost that glove, and I contemplated. I'm like, am I gonna go spend another like 20 something bucks for gloves again? And I'm like, maybe I'll go to the dollar store and get a pair at the dollar store. But we only have like 2 hands, so lesson learned for me. All right, lesson learned. Okay. All right, let us do the 1970s kids TV show. How this is going to work is I am going to show you a couple pictures, and I might read a little blurb about to describe or give you a bit of a description about the show, and maybe one of you will recognize the show and will pop it into the chat. All right, that's how it's going to work. And then after the pictures to that specific show are completed, then I will let you all in on the title of the show. Okay? All right. Now the first one is going to be super duper easy. Super duper easy. Let me change up the screens. All right. First one is going to be easy. I don't even think I need to say anything. So I'm just going to show the pics. All right. I'm going to show the pics. I'm not going to say anything. There's 3 pics. This was actually a TV show. I didn't know this was a TV show, but it was a TV show. And apparently there were like comedic sketches and little stuff like that on the show, as well as singing from the show. I must admit, I never saw this show. Never saw this show. All right. Now the name of the show was the Bay City Rollers Show. I gotta say, I didn't know that they had a show, but like I said, apparently they were like comedic sketches and stuff like that. So, yeah. Tripwire says he didn't even know they had a show. Neither did I, but you'd be surprised what you learn when you start going down the rabbit hole of 1970s kids shows. Patty didn't see that either. No, neither did I. All right, let's go to the next one. All right. I'd be surprised if somebody gets this one. Oh, no, actually, no, I think you'll all get this one. All right, here we go. I'm not going to give a description about the show, but yeah. Now, this show had these 2 gentlemen talking about what they were seeing and what was happening. Same show. That's a very young Farrah Fawcett on the left and Penny Marshall on the right. Oh, Tripwire, you're close. You're close, Tripwire. Close. Alan's close too. I think I have one more picture. You guys are close. Really, really close. Somebody has to know this. Now, this is an interesting photo. That's all I'm going to say. Who do we have there? We have Robert Hedges from Welcome Back, Kotter. Gabriel Kaplan from Welcome Back, Kotter. Penny Marshall. I don't know who this guy is. I think that's Mark Spitz. Can anyone advise? I think that's Mark Spitz. Oh, this was Hal somebody. Oh, he had a police show. Oh my goodness. I can't remember. I have no idea who this lady is. And this is, I believe, John Shuck. Hal Linden. That's it. Hal Linden and Barney Miller. Does anyone know the name of this show yet? Oh, is that Linda Carter? Is that really her? Oh my. Oh, okay. All right. Okay, so I guess that is Linda Carter. All right. Well, there were a couple people that were very close. Linda Carter on the left, Wonder Woman, and Gabe Kaplan. Straight up says he had a huge crush on Linda Carter. Nobody's going to guess the show? All right, I'm going to have to tell you. Battle of the Network Stars. Come on. Battle of the Network Stars. Oh my goodness. Yes. DCM detects. Welcome to the stream. Right on, right on. Good stuff. All right, we're going to do the next one. And I really don't think anybody's going to get the next one. Straight Up says he used to watch that. Yes. Yes. All right, here goes the next one. I don't think anybody is going to guess this one, and I have a little blurb as well. All right. This show featured a musical group composed of 4 British teenagers in insect-themed outfits. This is I don't think anybody's going to get this one. So, 4 British teenagers in insect-themed outfits. This would never fly today. Never fly in 2025. I think that's the last one. Let's see. There you go. The Bugaloos. I gotta say, I never saw that one. Never saw that one. Yeah, and DCM says that's a tough one. Yeah. Metal detecting North Carolina. Wrong family. Wrong family. Yeah, the Bugaloos. I've never, ever even heard of the Bugaloos. All right, this next one, I was only able to get one picture. Really tough one. Another tough one. Let's see if I can center this. There you go. There you go. Vincent Price. And I have no idea who the lady is here, but let's see. Yeah, I don't. This is a tough one. Tough one. Vincent Price had a TV show. Yes, he did have a TV show. This is a really tough one. Like I said, I think this is probably one of the toughest ones on the list, but it was a show. Surprising, it was a show. The Curiosity Shop. Anybody hear about that? I've never heard about that. Never heard about the Curiosity Shop. But yeah, there you go. All right, moving on. All right, for all you superhero fans, and this is a female superhero in the 70s. I think I have a little bit of a description for this one. It says it was a live action superhero children's television series from 1976. 1976. Oh, Tripwire says he knows this, but he can't recall the name. Electric Lady. You are so close. Oh my goodness. You are so close. So close. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Hey, Bird Dog in the house. Right on, right on. Bird Dog, we are having a bit of a quiz. I've got like 20 1970s children's kids shows that we're trying to, hopefully everybody will try to guess the names of the show. You are welcome to, not really sure how old you are, if you would be more of a 1970s kids show or a 1980s kids show. I'm not too sure, Bird Dog, but nonetheless, great to have you here and enjoy. Ooh, I think you all are close. I think you're close. Oh, you're so close. Oh my goodness. Electra Woman and Dyna Girl. Seriously, what the heck? I'm going to say I never watched that show. I was even totally unaware that show existed, but apparently there's people out there that oh my goodness. Right on, right on. Let's go to the next one. All right. We have 3 pictures of the next one. And this was, here's the synopsis of this show. It says, while loading food into various compartments to prepare a rocket for an upcoming mission, Barney instructs Junior to hit the lunch, LUNCH button. But Junior mistakenly hit the launch button, and the rocket blast takes them on various misadventures on on alien planets. Anybody? I didn't know about this one either. So Bob Denver is in it, along with, I don't know who this guy is, but he's very familiar. All right, this one is or was called Far Out Space Nuts. 1970s. Yeah, they don't make shows like this anymore. I wonder why. All right, let's go to the next one. I don't have to say anything, but apparently there was a cartoon. I'm not going to say anything. Just going to show the pictures. There was a cartoon. Yes, Lovey, Thurston Howell. Yeah, the New Adventures of Gilligan. Come on, everybody gets that one. Everyone gets that one. The next one, I think everybody's going to know as well. Probably one of my favorite TV shows growing up. I think I saw this show on WUTV Buffalo 29. Yeah. Oh, he had a bit of a problem there. There he is. Who didn't watch this? Who didn't love this? Come on. Godzilla. Yes. My goodness. Great show. All right. Here's this next one. I think everybody's going to get this one. I think this one was, this show was far ahead of its time. This was the first independent live action, life-sized puppet program. And this was apparently kind of like a copy of the Banana Splits Adventure Hour. And they were only, oh man, I loved Witchy Poo. I really did. There were only 17 episodes filmed. So we must have been watching the reruns. Witchy Poo, and I don't remember what the name of the flute was. But the flute did have a name. Great show. So this originally aired from September 1969 to December 1969. Very, very short-lived. However, I am pretty sure that, yeah, HR Puff and stuff. Pretty sure that it was just, what is this? Scott McClory. What was the name of baby Godzilla? Godzuki. Baby Godzilla was Godzuki. Bet you didn't know I knew that. DeClaude, really liked that show. Yeah, that show was ahead of its time. Really ahead of its time. All right. Here we go back to a superhero show, female superhero show. I'm going to read a little bit of a synopsis here. An American live-action superhero television series from 1975 to 1976. Anybody? There you go. There you go. Come on, Tripwire, you should know this. There you go. That ought to do it right there. Come on. I'm going to give you a couple seconds. Nobody? Now, I'm going to admit, I didn't know this one either, okay? I didn't watch this. Nobody. Oh, no, not She-Ra. Isis. Yeah. Isis. My goodness. All right, here's the next one. I don't think I'm going to have to say anything with this one. This next picture will give it away. Apparently, she had a cartoon as well. Come on, seriously? Straight up metal detecting. Thanks for joining us today. Right on. Genie. The show was called Just Plain Genie. The actual the person, I guess the live show, or the real person show was I Dream of Genie, but this was the cartoon just called Genie. Treasure Earth, welcome to the stream. Great to have you here. Right on. We are going to do a show and tell after this, and then we are going to do a giveaway. All right, let's go to the next one. I don't even need to say anything. I don't need to say anything. These are in alphabetical order, in case you're wondering. Might help you. Yeah, I think you all know what this one is. Yeah. Patty, yes. First one hopping in, yes. Jabberjaw, not Shark Tales, Jabberjaw. Right on. All right. Next. Patty used to call her sister Jabberjaw. All right, next. Also, one of my favorites. Not going to say anything about this one either. I don't remember what this guy's name was. I don't remember what this guy's name on the left was. This, of course, was the main character. I don't remember what his dog was. It Bullet? His dog. Does anybody know what his dog's name was? Bullet? I think it was Bullet or something like that. This, of course, was ��𝗔𝗖𝗞𝗣𝗔𝗖𝗍. And I think this was his dad. What was the dog's name? Was it Bullet? Yes, it was Bullet. No, not aging myself at all. Nope, not I'm pretty sure it was Bullet. Yeah, Johnny Quest. Right on. All right, now this next one, I'm going to say, I think this next one is probably the coolest, no ifs, ands, or buts, the coolest show for children that I think that has ever been made. And I am going to, read a little blurb about this one. This show featured the adventures of a family of Neanderthals during the Ice Age. And it was broadcast from 1974 to 1975. Anybody? This was, I think, the coolest show. Ah, Patty says nope. No, Adventure for Relics, no. It was called, oh my goodness, Treasure Earth, yes. Korg, 70,000 BC. How cool was that show? That was like Macarena cool. That was a cool show. All right, this next one. This show followed the adventures of the Marshall family, who were, the dad was Rick, children were Will and Holly, who were trapped in an alternate universe, inhabited by dinosaurs, a primate-like people called Pakuni, and an aggressive humanoid lizard creatures called Sleestak. Land of the Lost. Yes. Yes. Let's go back here. Yeah, that little character there was Chaka or something like that. Something like that. Something like that. Colonel's collecting and detecting. Happy Mother's Day. Great to have you here. Colonel, we are doing a little bit of a like a quiz, 1970s children's television shows. I'm showing some pictures and then asking you all to guess the name of the show. All right. So that was Land of the Lost. I got to say, I enjoyed that one. Next one. I don't think I even need to say anything about this. Next one. Just going to let the pictures speak for themselves. Now, there is a discrepancy that some people mix the two dogs up. No, Scott McClory. No, not Hong Kong Phooey. No. Oh. Adventure for Relics. Not that. That was what people think this dog was called. There were two dogs, actually. This is another dog. This is another dog with who has another name. This dog has another name. Mumbly. This was Mumbly. People kind of get things mixed up and think that the name is Muttley, but there was a Muttley and there is a Mumbly. All right, Muttley and Mumbly. All right. Next one, of course. No, nothing needs to be said. Nothing needs to be said. No words. No words on this one. The Pink Panther Show. Of course, the Pink Panther Show. My goodness. Of course. Of course, the Pink Panther Show. Okay. Now this one, I might have something to say about, I think I have something to say about this one. Do I? Do I not? I thought I did. I thought I had a little write-up for this one, but I don't. I don't. Anybody? Now, I want everyone to look at the face. This guy's face. Colonel. Treasure Earth. DCM. Adventure for Relics. Look at this guy's face, okay? The superhero's face. And then this is the guy who apparently was the superhero, and he just, I don't know how he changed himself, but this guy here became this guy there. So like two different actors, which I thought was kind of funny. Shazam. Shazam. Lots of you got that one. Shazam. Right on, right on. All right. Now this next one, do I have, I do have a write-up. All right. This one, the show takes place in the star year 3732. This place was located on an asteroid, and it brought together the best of young minds, including several with special skills and abilities to explore the mysteries of space. No. DCM. I gotta say, I didn't watch this one either. Didn't watch this one. Yeah, that is correct. That is the first one. The first one that is the doctor that was on Lost in Space. That's Dr. Zachary Smith. I don't remember his real name though. Space Academy. I did watch that. I did not watch that. Did it? So it was in 1977. It was a solo year only. 1977. All right, next. This is a cool one. This I did not watch this one, but I am aware of this one, or I was aware of this one, and I think I have a little. All right, so this one aired in 1973. I think I have another picture. There you go. 1973 to 1975. The show centered on two brothers named Johnny and Scott. While playing on the beach near Dead Man's Point, the two of them discovered a friendly young sea monster who had been thrown out by his dysfunctional undersea family for refusing to frighten people. The boys hid the sea monster in their clubhouse. What was the name of the show? Oh my gosh, Scott! Holy, holy smokes, Scott! My goodness, Sigmund and the Sea Monsters. That's a bit of a kind of a weird show. Weird show. Yeah, this one guy, I gotta say that. Let's see. Hang on here. Let me get the better. This guy's face. I think that's Johnny Whitaker. I think, or somebody Whitaker, Johnny Whitaker, and I think this guy here. I think this guy was on. I think he was on the Brady Bunch. Cousin Oliver on the Brady Bunch. This guy right here on the left. I think this was Cousin Oliver. He had glasses. And this guy, was it Johnny Whitaker? I think something like that. Something like that. Useful information that I've accumulated in my brain. But yeah, I think that's what that was. Sigmund and the Sea Monsters. All right. All right. This next one, I did not watch, gotta say. I did not watch this. I think I have a little write-up. This is about a superhero with his teenage sidekicks. Sound familiar? Sound familiar? So his teenage sidekicks and Blip the monkey. They fought supervillains in outer space. I don't know. I never watched this one. Gotta say. Gotta say. Did not watch this. Space Ghost. Some smart people in the audience, I must say. All right. All right. Here goes this one. I don't have the year, but this was the first Japanese animated series. Very interesting face on this one. Yes. Speed Racer. I never saw that. I never watched that. Never did. Never did. All right. Here's an interesting one. All right. This one aired very, very limited run, and I wonder why. This one aired from September to December of 1972. So September to December of 1972. A very, very limited run. This cartoon took inspiration from All in the Family. The cartoon features a family of dogs, but they're like humans with dog faces. Anybody? I did not watch this. Anybody? Humans with dog faces. No. Ooh. Oh my goodness, Treasure Earth. Jeez. Yeah, the Barclays. I did not hear about that. I didn't even know about that. Like, what the heck? Wow. Treasure Earth. Sniping the titles. Wow. Wow. I think we have like 4 left. All right, 4 left. I'm not even going to say anything about this one. I may have seen a few episodes. I may have. I'm not going to admit it, but I may have. I may have. Yeah. I don't remember this. Well, like I said, I guess I didn't really watch it, but yeah. Apparently this lady with her little ISIS amulet was in the show as well, in the cartoon. Tarzan, Lord of the Jungle. Right on, right on. All right, this next one, I don't think anybody is going to guess this. Okay, that is going to be I'm going to go out on a limb and say nobody's going to guess the next one. All right, I'll give you a little synopsis of this one. This was British children's science fiction TV series. All right, this came from across the pond. British fiction. Science fiction children's series. It ran from, wow, this ran for a long time. This ran from 1973 to 1979. British television, science fiction. Yeah, I gotta say, big nope to me. Big nope. Big nope to me. The Tomorrow People. Yeah. I never heard of that one, but it was on TV for a long time. Wow, 6 years. Wow. My goodness. All right. All right. Let's see if anybody knows this one. This is a tough one too. And I think I have a little blurb about this one. This one ran from 1977. Oh my gosh. Andrew T, you should have got that one. You should have. Great to have you here. No, not the banana splits. Not the banana splits. This is a toughie. 1977. This show ran from 1977. I think I have another picture here. Maybe that will help. All right. So from 1977 to 1978, bit of a limited run. 3 large costumed birds on roller skates. This show revolved around the nasty scat cat who perpetually chased the roller skating trio, trying to get the best of them. No. No. Colonel says the 70s were cool. Yeah. This, like I said, I don't think these kind of shows were ever on again. Dirkclad, recognize the purple guy. That almost looks like Fraggle Rock guy on the left there, but no, it's not. Okay, well, I guess this is another one that a stumper. The Skatebirds. I never saw it either. All right, we got one more. One more to go. All right, so that was the Skatebirds. Just laid an egg on that one. Yeah, I don't know. Tough. 1970s was tough, man. Gotta say. All right, here's the last one. All right, I think I have a little bit of a little blurb for this one. This one aired from 1976 to 1978. Oh my gosh. No, but close. No, but kind of close. No, that wasn't it. No, that wasn't it. No. Can I read this without giving it away? This is about an old beat up junked car that looked like a rusted dune buggy. Its name was Schleppcar. Schleppcar. This is Schleppcar. All right. I think I have a few more pictures. Do I have a few more pictures? Yeah, I do. So this is Schleppcar. No. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Treasure Earth. Wow. You know, Treasure Earth, you're going to have to send me an email because I have to send you something. Wow. Treasure Earth, send me an email because you've been knocking these out of the park. Holy. Wow. Wow. Wonderbug. What the heck, man? Wonderbug. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wonderbug. What the heck, man? Wonderbug. I had never seen that. Gotta say, never seen that. Never seen that. And oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. If you, gonna say right now, if you enjoyed that bit of going down memory lane, bit of trivia, then, and if you haven't, give me a like right now. Press that like button on the stream right now. If you enjoyed that little quiz. And, like I said earlier, my analytics tell me that that is about the age, time frame of most of my video viewers. So there you go. But if you would like me to do a 1980s version of children's TV shows, then let me know. Let me know just say yes or no. Should I bother putting 1980s together? Let me know. If you would like to see a 1980s version of what we just did, let me know. All right, let me know, and I will get that together for you. So right on. Oh my goodness, I got papers all over my desk. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I don't mind doing the work. That takes a long time to gather all that information, pictures, and all that stuff. But if you're interested, I will definitely do that. And Treasure Earth, I'm going to put this up on the screen. I seriously want you, Treasure Earth, to send an email to diggycanuck@gmail.com because I want to send you something. Okay? All right? Send me an email because you were knocking those shows out of the park. Holy smokes. My goodness. Crazy. And just going to end this by saying that Korg 70,000 BC was, I think, the coolest show that has ever been on TV. Followed by HR Puffin stuff. And then maybe Land of the Lost. All right. You know something? I was going to do a show and tell, but this happened. Overtime. We are in overtime. And you know something? The Toronto Maple Leafs were in overtime, but oh my goodness. Gonna catch a little bit of flack for that. Yeah. All right. We're gonna do a giveaway. I promise you we will do show and tell next week. I promise you we will do show and tell next week. But yeah, we are like on overtime. Let me get the giveaway ready and I will let you know how it works. For the giveaway, we are going to spin the prize wheel. The bot is going to pick a name from the chat. And in order to get in on this, you must enter a comment in the chat. You have to do that like right now. Doesn't matter what the comment is. If you're a Maple Leaf fan, you can let us all know in the chat if you want to. If you're a Florida Panther fan, you can also let us know in the chat. Does not matter what you enter into the comments, into the chat, but you have to do something, because if you're lurking, the bot has absolutely no idea that you want in on the giveaway. So the prize wheel is loaded with sticker packs. It is loaded with 2 different colorized toonies. Very, very nice. It is loaded with a, I believe, a 1967 mint rabbit nickel, 1967 mint uncirculated dove penny, a 2012 mint uncirculated penny, the last penny struck in Canada. I have a whole bunch of those in rolls that I was able to secure. We also have a $25 gift card from Radio World, who is the sponsor of the live stream. And so a Canadian, if the person lands on that spot and they're Canadian, they'll get the gift card. If it is an Americano, you get a silver dime. All right. And after we spin the wheel and you're not happy with your prize or whatever, you think maybe you can like kind of get better or whatever, you will have the opportunity to do another spin, a redo. But whatever you land on is what you're going to get. All right. Okay. So, Scott is bribing the bot. Yeah, you can try doing that. I don't think that the bot, I don't think the bot can be bought. Capiche? I don't think the bot can be bought. Shh. Yeah. All right. Let's do the giveaway. Like I said, the bot is going to put the name of the person in the chat. So you need to watch your chat. There's a bit of a delay. It might be like 6 seconds or something like that. Okay. All right. Metal Detecting Canada. Right on. Send me an email first. Send me an email first, and I will give you the address to send it to. All right. Because, the post office box that might be on some of my videos doesn't exist anymore. It's been like wiped out. All right. Okay. All right, here goes. Good luck to everyone, and let's see who wins today's giveaway. Patty 𝗕𝗔𝗙𝗪𝗧𝗧. Patty, right on. Are you still in the house, Patty? Are you still in the house? Scott McClory, is it true that post? Well, I was sent an email from Canada Post, and they said that there may be some disruptions. So I don't know what the heck is going on, but there may be. But as of right now, no. Everything is working fine at the post office. All right. Let me bring up the wheel. Let's bring up the wheel. All right. There we go. All right. There is the wheel, Patty. There is the wheel, and I am going to spin it. And like I said, if you would like the prize that it lands on, you are welcome to it. And if you think you want to try again, we can also do that. All right. Okay. Here goes, Patty. Good luck. What did she get? She got a mint. Patty, you won a mint, uncirculated, never been touched by human hands. 5-cent, a rabbit nickel. Patty, rabbit nickel. Let me know. You want the rabbit? You want the rabbit, or do you want to try again? Do you want to try again? Let me know. Let me know in the chat. Let me know, Patty. 1967, mint uncirculated. Rabbit nickel. Are you good with that, Patty? Yes? Do you want to respin? You want to respin or no? Sure, that would be neat. Okay, we will send you the rabbit nickel. Right on, right on. Here's the email address. There's the email address, diggingcanuck@gmail.com. Patty and Treasure Earth. Patty and Treasure Earth. Do you see? I'm talking to you right now. Send me an email. All right. All right. All right. Oh my goodness. Just have a few things to say that I got a bit of a new idea for guests on the show. Now, I know that some of you would love to be a guest on the show, but you're kind of camera shy. You don't really want to show your face. And so that's okay. What we're going to be doing is, if that is the case and you would still like to be on the show, but you don't want to show your face, send me an email. We can make it happen. We will just pop up. We'll do an audio of you only. And then I will pop up an avatar or like something to do with your channel. We can do that. Okay. So if you would like to be a guest on the show and you're kind of camera shy, we'll pop an avatar up on the screen and you can do the show. All right. We can do that. Send me an email. We will definitely do that. I think that's it. I think that is it. All right. All right. I want to thank you all so very much for joining me this morning. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms. Feliz Dia des Madres to all the Spanish speaking madres. Right on, right on. I will catch you on the flip side, and have a great week, everyone. And thank you so very much for joining me today. Happy Mother's Day.